What is your child doing that is making you concerned? Is he not talking, or not talking the way he should be for his age? Not pointing to things he wants? Is he not responding to his name consistently? Not making sufficient eye contact? Or not following enough instructions? Is he a very picky eater? Maybe he's doing things like hand flapping or toe walking, or has excessive repetitive behavior. Maybe he appears to be in his own world and everything has to be on his terms. When parents become concerned about this kind of behavior, we start reading up and researching. It just leaves us with more questions like, how late is too late to start talking? How much lack of eye contact or repetitive behavior is considered excessive? It's very hard to answer these questions objectively as a parent. We often negotiate with ourselves and believe that there's just a bit of a delay or it's a phase and it'll pass. And then at some point, we end up speaking to different specialists. Maybe you then hear that your child has a sensory processing challenge, or you get referred from one specialist to the next, and nothing quite fits. Or maybe you have had a particular diagnosis from a neurologist or pediatrician, but then you still sit with the questions. What is causing this? How do we stop it? And how do we help this child recover and improve? Before I was Ilana, the specialist, I was a worried mom in exactly that position 15 years ago. And there were no easy answers to be found. I actually went through the journey with two of my children. Aaron, my youngest son, is recovered. He's fine. He's in a mainstream school and he's doing very well. Because when this affected him, we knew what to do and were able to jump into action straight away. When my firstborn David was eventually diagnosed with autism, we didn't have the information and the help and support we needed. It just couldn't be found. And it took us too long to correctly identify the problem and take action against it, which is why I made it my mission to understand this fully and make that help available. Today we have a system for treatment and recovery. I have written a book, and you can see all my credentials and references on the page below. We have helped hundreds of families to find their way through this. First of all, you need to know that developmental milestones are there for a reason. If something like communication or eye contact is not happening at the appropriate age, then something is causing that delay. And secondly, whether it's just a developmental delay or a behavioral challenge, or whether the child is actually experiencing symptoms that fall within the autism spectrum diagnosis, the action that you need to take to stop the progress of what is happening and begin recovery is the same. The bottom line is that the child is struggling and development is supposed to happen within a certain time frame. The longer you deny that something is going wrong with the child's development and behavior, the more you risk irreversible damage taking place now or over the next few years. The sooner you can uncover what is causing these problems and take action to reverse it, the better. Now, I'm sure the last thing you want is to go and see another specialist, but here is what I can offer you. We have put together an early intervention road mapping session. The intention of this consulting session is to put everything you need into your hands so that you can start taking the appropriate action and turn things around now, because your child does not have the luxury of time to slowly figure out what's going wrong and how to solve it. If you are in Johannesburg, you can come into our Star Academy Centre and we can do this in person. If you are anywhere else in South Africa or the world, then we have the session online via Skype or video call. The cost of the session is 650 Rand, and it will be the best value for money you have experienced since starting your hunt for solutions. By the time you leave, you will feel hopeful for the first time. This is what we are going to cover together in the early intervention road mapping session. We are going to talk about your child's case history and the current challenges you are having. If you have a diagnosis already, we will go through it and help you to truly understand it. If need be, we can run through the autism checklist together. I'm going to take you through the medical treatments you should be looking at, including nutrition, supplementation, and medication. I'm going to help you understand the behavioral and educational interventions you need to look at for treatment and recovery. I will direct you to the right doctors and medical professionals for your situation. I'm going to give you the dietary guidelines specific to your child to get them onto the road to recovery and healing. You will leave with a personalized information pack relevant to your child. I'm also going to give you a plan of action to follow. This will include testing and treatment solutions appropriate to your child's diagnosis, with options that are realistic depending on your location and your finances. If you would like it, I can also pair you up with another parent with a similar diagnosis and situation to you. I'm also going to give it to you straight so you understand the reality of your situation and what results you can expect. I can also offer advice about some practical matters like your legal rights concerning mainstream schooling and ideas for funding and financial support. My family came through this. We survived, and so will you. Please let me save you a lot of pain and fear and give you what you need to take appropriate action as soon as possible. If you would like to take me up on that offer and go through the intervention road mapping consultation with me, fill out the form at the bottom of this page and my office will be in touch with you in order to set up a consultation time.